When somebody hurts you, the first thing that kicks in is emotion. You feel that fire in your chest, that tightness that makes you want to clap back, prove a point, show them you ain't weak. But reacting off emotion, that's how you lose less of your own power. You got to understand, the moment you let somebody pull you out your piece, they already won. They got you dancing to their rhythm, and real ones move to their own beat. See, life gonna test you. People won't betray you, lie on you, disrespect you, try to play you. That's part of the journey. The key is not letting that energy change who you are or how you move. When you react off anger, you hand them the steering wheel. You start moving from a place of pain instead of purpose. You stop building and start burning. And that's exactly what they want, to see you fold, to see you break character, to see you act out of pocket. When you take a step back and breathe, you give yourself power. That silence, that pause, that distance, it's not weakness, it's discipline. It's saying, I see what you did, but you don't get to control my story. That's the mindset that separates leaders from followers. Everybody can react. Anybody can throw words, energy, or hate back, but it takes a different level of self-mastery to stand still in the storm and keep your composure. There's a difference between being emotional and being aware. Awareness is when you understand your emotions, but don't let them run you. Emotional reactions when you let your pain drive your next move. That's how you crash. But when you stay calm, you can see things for what they are. You start realizing this person is projecting their hurt, not mine. And that awareness saves you from cycles that trap most people for life. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to defend yourself every time someone throws shade. Let people talk. Let them assume. Let them play their games. While they wasting time gossiping, you stacking wins in silence. The best response ain't in your mouth, it's in your results. Success, peace, and consistency make more noise than any reaction ever could. Sometimes you just gotta detach, walk away, protect your energy. Don't let people who operate from pain drag you into their world. You can love people and still choose not to deal with them. You can forgive without reconnecting. You can move on without announcing it. Growth ain't loud. It's quiet, patient, and intentional. That's how real healing happens. When you stop reacting emotionally, you start thinking strategically. You learn to observe before you answer, to process before you move. And that shift changes your whole life. It gives you power in situations where most people would lose it. You start wasting energy proving your worth and start investing it in your purpose. People might call it cold. They might say you don't care. But it's not that. You just learn the difference between being reactive and being in control. You learn that peace is a weapon, that silence is strength, that not responding doesn't mean you didn't feel it. It means you decided to rise above it. And that's the thing about growth. It's not about being perfect. It's about being aware enough to catch yourself before you fall back into old patterns. The old you would have fought back, argued, posted something, said something to match their energy. The new you just lets it go, keeps moving, and lets time expose the truth, because time always does. You don't owe explanations to people who try to break you. You owe peace to yourself. You owe focus to your vision. Every time you hold back from reacting, you level up mentally. You build strength that can't be seen, but can be felt. You become untouchable, not because nothing hurts you, but because nothing controls you anymore. So when somebody hurts you, don't react emotionally. Read, live, feel it, but don't let it define your next step. Let your pain push you to a purpose. Let it remind you that you've grown past needing to prove anything. Handle it in silence, keep your character solid, and stay 10 toes down on your path. Because the real revenge ain't in getting even, it's in outgrowing what tried to break you. Pain is one of the realest teachers you'll ever meet. It don't come dressed up. It don't knock politely. It just shows up uninvited and forces you to face yourself. Most people run from pain. They try to drown it, ignore it, distract themselves. But the truth is, pain got power if you learn how to flip it. Every struggle, every heartbreak, every betrayal, that's fuel. That's something you can burn and move forward if you know how to use it right. When life hurts you, it's giving you information. It's showing you where you need to grow, where you need to let go, where you need to change your focus. The people who turn their pain into power are the ones who refuse to let their story stop at the hurt. They build from it. They create from it. They let it light a fire inside that nobody can put out. That's the mindset you gotta have. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can always control how you respond to it. See, when you've been through things that cut deep, you start understanding how to move with purpose. Pain teaches patience. It humbles you, but it also sharpens you. It makes you grateful for peace because you remember what chaos felt like. It makes you appreciate loyalty because you know what betrayal feels like. That's why you can't waste pain. Don't sit in it too long. Don't let it drown you. Channel it. Let it remind you why you started, why you hustle, why you can't quit. A lot of people use pain as a reason to give up. They let it harden their hearts. They stop trusting, stop believing, stop trying. But the ones who make it out, they take that same pain and build a foundation with it. They say, all right, that broke me for a minute, but now it's building me. That switch right there, that's the difference between staying stuck and stepping up. You can either let pain destroy you or develop you. The choice is yours. When you use pain as motivation, you start seeing it differently. It's not just something that happened to you, it's something happening for you. That pain is shaping your mindset, testing your discipline, improving your strength. It's showing you how much you can take and still move forward. You learn to work harder, think deeper, love smarter. You learn not to depend on people to heal you because you realize the healing was always your responsibility. Sometimes that pain comes from losing people. Sometimes it's from failing. Sometimes it's from being misunderstood. But every time it shows up, it's a chance to evolve. You might not see it right away, but down the line, you'll look back and realize that pain was the turning point. It forced you to become the version of yourself you always needed to be. It stripped away the illusions and brought out the truth. There's power in saying, yeah, I've been hurt, but I'm still here. There's power in turning scars into stories that inspire somebody else. When you use pain as motivation, you stop being bitter and start being better. You stop asking, why me? And start saying, watch me. You take that pain to the gym, to your business, to your art, to your grind, anywhere that energy can build instead of break. Because the goal ain't to avoid pain, it's to turn it into something that works for you. You gotta remember, pressure creates diamonds. Growth ain't supposed to be comfortable. The struggle you're in right now might not make sense yet, but one day it will. One day you'll thank the pain because it woke you up. It made you realize who's real, what matters, and what you're really capable of. So when you feel that pain creeping in, don't run from it. Sit with it, feel it, then rise with it. Let it push you harder towards your vision. Let it make you more focused, more hungry, more grounded. Pain can break a weak spirit, but it can build a strong one. It all depends on how you choose to use it. At the end of the day, pain is temporary, but the lessons you get from it last forever. Don't let it make you cold. Let it make you wise. Don't let it make you angry. Let it make you unstoppable. Because the same pain that tried to end you can be the same reason you become everything they said you couldn't be. Protect your energy like it's your last breath, because in a way it is. That's your life force. That's your clarity, your peace, your drive. Once you let the wrong people, the wrong thoughts, the wrong energy in, everything starts slipping. Your focus fades. Your purpose gets cloudy. You start reacting instead of creating. That's why you got to guard your energy like something sacred, because it is. Not everybody deserves access to you. Some people only show up to drain, not to pour. They love the light you give, but they never help you recharge. You can't keep giving to people who don't value your presence. The real power is learning how to step back, how to say no without guilt, how to choose peace over people. Because the truth is, peace costs distance sometimes. Protecting your energy doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care smarter. You start being selective about where you place your time, your emotions, your effort. You stop explaining yourself to people who don't want to understand. You stop chasing validation from those who never celebrated you when you had nothing. It's realizing that your circle defines your ceiling. If everybody around you is complaining, gossiping, wasting time, that's the energy you absorb. But if your circle is talking vision, purpose, consistency, that's the frequency that lifts you. The world we live in feeds off distraction. Everywhere you look, something's trying to pull your focus. Social media, negativity, opinions, noise. If you don't protect your energy, you'll end up tired and lost without even knowing why. You got to disconnect sometimes. Sit in silence. Reconnect with your own thoughts. You don't always need to respond, react, or post. Sometimes the strongest move is no move, just silence and stillness. That's where your spirit recharges. Protecting your energy also means protecting your mindset. Stop letting temporary emotions make permanent decisions. Don't let people who live in chaos invite you into their storm. You work too hard to build peace to keep letting people destroy it for free. Every time you entertain drama, you delay your progress. Every time you argue with someone who ain't even growing, you lower your vibration. Your time and peace are currency. Spend them wisely. There comes a point when you realize not everything deserves a response. Maturity is learning how to let things slide without losing your balance. When you know who you are, you stop explaining it. When you know your mission, you stop defending it. The people meant to be in your life will match your energy naturally. You won't have to beg for respect or loyalty. It'll be mutual. Protecting your energy means protecting your environment too. Your space should reflect your peace. Clean it, simplify it, make it a place where your mind can breathe. The energy around you becomes the energy inside you. Keep things that remind you of where you're headed, not where you've been. You don't need reminders of old pain. You need reminders of purpose. And don't forget to protect your energy from yourself too. Sometimes the enemy ain't outside. It's your own thoughts, your doubts, your guilt. You got to catch that inner voice when it starts feeding negativity. Remind yourself who you are. You've come too far to let your old self talk you out of new blessings. Replace fear with faith. Replace overthinking with action. Replace bitterness with focus. The more you protect your energy, the clearer life becomes. You start moving different. You stop trying to prove your worth and start preserving your peace. You realize not every battle is yours to fight. Some things you just outgrow. Some people you love, but you love them from a distance. That's not cold, that's growth. People might not understand your silence, your boundaries, your focus, and that's fine. You don't owe explanations for protecting your soul. You can't pour into others if your cup is empty. Protecting your energy is how you stay aligned with your vision, how you stay grounded when the world tries to shake you. So every morning, check in with yourself. Ask, what am I giving my energy to today? Is it feeding me or draining me? And if it's not helping you grow, cut it off. No hate, no anger, just distance. Because peace is expensive, and once you taste it, you stop settling for chaos. Protect your energy. It's your foundation, your freedom, your weapon, your gift. Once you learn how to guard it, you become untouchable. Not because nothing touches you, but because nothing disturbs your center anymore. Leveling up ain't about showing off. It's about growing up. It's about evolving from who you were yesterday and becoming who you were meant to be. Too many people get caught up watching what everybody else is doing, comparing, competing, hating. But the real ones, they keep their head down, build. They know that success is quiet work done in silence, fueled by consistency and patience. You can't level up if you're too busy proving yourself. You level up by improving yourself. Every season in life requires a different version of you. The same mindset that got you here won't take you to the next step. That's why you gotta be willing to shed old habits, old circles, old ways of thinking. Growth ain't supposed to feel comfortable. You might lose people, you might outgrow conversations, you might spend a lot of nights alone, but that's the price of elevation. You can't take everyone with you, and that's okay. Some people are lessons, not lifetimes. When you focus on leveling up, you stop explaining yourself. You stop looking for permission. You start realizing that not everyone is meant to understand your vision. Some people will question your silence, your focus, your grind, but they don't see the hours you spend behind the scenes. They don't see the discipline, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices. They only see results later. That's why you can't let opinions distract you. Keep your eyes on your lane. Leveling up starts inside before it ever shows outside. It's mental first. You gotta train your mind to think different, to believe different. Start with small changes, how you talk to yourself, how you spend your mornings, how you react to setbacks. You can't expect a new life with the same habits. Every day you wake up, you got two choices, stay the same or get better. That's it. You're gonna face setbacks. You're gonna lose sometimes. But leveling up means you learn from it instead of quitting because of it. Every failure carries information. It teaches you ways you adjust, what to fix, what to strengthen. That's how you build resilience. That's how you grow character. The real glow up don't come from skipping pain. It comes from surviving it and staying solid through it. Focus on your lane. Don't get distracted by people who look like they're ahead. You don't know what they had to sacrifice, and you don't know what's real or just a front. Comparison kills progress. Just because your timing is different doesn't mean your blessing ain't coming. Stay consistent, stay humble, and stay working. Your turn always comes when you stop chasing shortcuts and start building foundations. When you're leveling up, you'll notice your energy shift. You start craving peace more than attention. You start valuing progress over popularity. You stop reacting to negativity because you understand that every minute wasted on nonsense is a minute stolen from your goals. That's how winners think. Every move is intentional. Every step has purpose. You gotta understand, discipline is a bridge between dreams and reality. There's no magic, no overnight success. It's day by day work. It's choosing to grind, even when you don't feel motivated. Motivation fades, discipline remains. You keep showing up because you remember why you started. You keep pushing because you owe it to yourself to see how far you can go. Sometimes leveling up means walking away from things that used to make you happy. It means outgrowing people who still move small. It means saying no to comfort so you can say yes to growth. You can't keep revisiting old chapters and expect a new ending. The future demands a version of you that's sharper, wiser, and stronger than before. And remember, leveling up ain't loud. It's not about posting every move, flexing every win, or proving a point. It's about transformation that speaks for itself. Real growth shows in your peace, your patience, your confidence. It shows in how you handle situations that used to trigger you. It shows in how you no longer chase things beneath your value. That's what evolution looks like. Stay locked in, stay loyal to your process. Don't rush it. Everything you're working for is aligning. Even if you can't see it yet, life rewards those who stay consistent, not those who get distracted halfway through. Every step counts, the small ones, the slow ones, the silent ones. They all build momentum. Keep your focus on leveling up mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally. Be your own competition. Wake up every day with the goal to be 1% better than yesterday. One day you'll look back and realize all that pain, patience, and persistence added up. You became who you were supposed to be, not by chasing validation, but by mastering yourself. That's the real definition of leveling up. Forgiveness don't mean you're weak. It don't mean you let somebody slide or act like what they did was okay. It means you value your peace more than the pain they caused. It's about freeing yourself, not excusing them. But when you hold on to anger, you let that energy live rent-free in your mind. You let that pain replay over and over, and it keeps you stuck in the same place. Forgiveness ain't about them, it's about you moving forward without that weight. But don't get it twisted. Forgiving don't mean forgetting. You can let go of the emotion and still remember the lesson. You can heal without giving people access again. You can wish someone well and still never let them near you. That's wisdom. You forgive so your heart can stay light, but you remember so your mind stays sharp. That's balance. Everybody you meet ain't built like you. Some people will hurt you, lie on you, switch up on you, and never even apologize. You can't wait on closure to move on. Sometimes closure is you saying, I'm done carrying this pain. Because when you stay angry, you keep that person powerful. You keep them connected to your peace. But when you forgive, you take all that power back. You say, you don't control my energy anymore. That's when you really win. See, people think revenge is getting even, but the real revenge is elevation. It's when you take what they did to you and use it to level up. It's when you turn pain into purpose, betrayal into focus, heartbreak into strength. That's how you get even, by becoming unshakable. You stop fighting battles that don't deserve your energy, and you start building a life that speaks for itself. Forgiveness don't mean you invite people back into your life. It means you stop letting them live in your head. You can forgive in silence. You don't need to call, text, or explain. You just shift your energy. You stop wishing them bad because you realize that everything that happens comes back around anyway. Karma don't miss, and time always tells the truth. So you don't got to handle it. The universe already will. Your only job is to stay solid. You learn to say, I forgive you, but I remember who you showed me you are. That memory becomes protection. It teaches you to love smarter, to choose better, to set boundaries without guilt. You stop being naive, but you don't get bitter. You stop letting pain harden you and instead let it shape you. That's how you keep your heart pure in a world that's full of chaos. Some people come into your life just to teach you what not to tolerate. That lesson might hurt, but it's necessary. You can't grow without losing a few illusions. You can't become wiser without seeing who's real and who's not. The pain had a purpose. It woke you up. It showed you your strength. It taught you what peace really means. When you forgive but don't forget, you move different. You don't react the same. You stop repeating cycles. You see the signs early because you learn the pattern That's what maturity looks like. Understanding that some pain was just a classroom you had to graduate from. You learned what you needed to. Now it's time to move on. Don't carry grudges. They heavy. They block blessings. You can't receive new energy while still holding on to old resentment. Let it go, not for them, but for your own freedom. Every time you forgive, you make room for new peace, new focus, new blessings. The world can't give you what's next if your hands are still holding what hurt you last. And when that memory pops up again, and it will remind yourself that you survived it, you're not that same person anymore. You grew from it. You learned from it. You turned that wound into wisdom. That's the real power of forgiveness. Not pretending it didn't happen, but refusing to let it define you. So forgive, but never forget the lesson. Keep your spirit light, but your mind aware. Stay kind, but stay smart. Let go of what hurt you, but hold on to what it taught you. Because in the end, every betrayal, every heartbreak, every disappointment was just training, building you into the person you were always meant to become.